Hey guys. So sorry for the ah wow, okay. Since still we got question ni. Okay. Would you be familiar with the process and requirements of purchasing real estate in KL for a Malaysian residing overseas due to current situation of unable to travel back to Malaysia? Any recommended agents? I think everybody is doing it. Uh, the only inconvenience now is the sending parcel kind of thing. So I think now signature can also be settled if you're overseas already. So no worries one. Maybe are you hmm are you planning to buy or planning to sell you? Right, I think you're planning to buy, right? So yes, I have my friend Kelly, like the lady agent that shows me all the luxury ones in KL. I think she's very experienced. So maybe you can send me an email, Sue. You can send me an email and I will direct the email to her. Let's see what can she help you or not. Right? TANIHERNG@gmail.com. TANIHERNG@gmail.com. Sue. Okay. Eugene. Hi Sean. Today got F1. Really? F1 is back already, man? I know NBA is coming back lah. Yes, NBA is coming back. W Wong. Yo, Sean, you mentioned cashing out from investment property. I was wondering who are the people who would be buying my property when catch up with loan repayment, 6 years after I invest? Okay. Great question, W Wong. Okay, it's like this. Imagine if you are it's happening now already. Actually, it's happening now already. A lot of people are coming to me, right? Okay, Sean, I put my 1 million in the bank. I only can get maybe 2% FD, right? So do you have any suggestions for my money or not? Because now the bank, if you put the 1 million in the bank for 2%, right, it's actually dropping already. Then I would suggest that now you put stash away also fix 2.4 already. Then they're like, okay lah, so now buy property can, man. Correct. So if your property is at 4% or 5% ROI, right? So people definitely will buy. You get what I mean? So if it's now breaking even, it means, right, let's say you rent out 1,006 and your bank repayment is actually 1,006, right? Then a lot of people are actually ready to pay and buy this kind of property, because if you compare to those that are actually bleeding lah. That's why now a lot of landed, I see a lot of sub sales landed is coming out very much. But if you have a property, like everybody here, right, I really appreciate you guys to actually transfer over. Because I realized this, like every time I reset, right, then everything's very good. But if I directly play from the same stream, right, it's like very cuckoo and I don't know why. Okay. So if you guys have any real estate, right, that is performing 4.5%, 5%, 6%, right, hold it. Hold it, because I think suddenly if you're now, like for my case, right, my rental is around 1,003. Then for my Pujong apartment, the one that I made over a few months back, the bank installment is around 1,000. Suddenly, now my bank installment is at 700. Right? So suddenly I make extra 300 a month. Then because I made over already, then I got higher demand. I can actually ask for higher rentals some more. Let's say if I want to let go lah, right? I will reverse calculate. So like 1,004, how much can I actually sell to actually break even at 1,004? So their 1,004, right, will be their monthly installment. So if I were to sell at the so let's say 1,004, the price will be around 400,000, 420,000, around 420,000, right? I bought around like 300 only. So 420,000 can bring you the installment is around 1,004, 1,005 lah, right? At current, because last time 1,004, 1,005 is for a 300,000 property only. Just because the interest rate is dropped, right? Has dropped, right? So now a 420,000 property is only paying 1,004. So suddenly I made 100,000. You guys understand? So W Wong, if you have a positive cash flow property, right, it's very easy to let go on because everybody, right, will be looking for properties that can actually break even one. So if you have a break even property, very easy to cash out. Okay, great question, W Wong. Kok Ziwen, hello Sean, good week ahead. Yeah, it was a very tiring one for me actually. Yesterday I just finished the live show with in Subang, and lately don't know what happened also. The channel got a lot of newcomers, so welcome if you are new here, right? Welcome. Very very humbled by it. So a lot of people are asking me repetitive questions. That's why you can see the weekday weekend theory. I suddenly thought of it. No, I actually thought of it last week's live, not yesterday's live, last week's live. And I redo the Sean's 4 basic. So it's for the benefit of the newcomers. So I really hope that they actually go through it, because if not, right, it will just try to help them catch up with the group here. Che, all you all see me every week on. Caddy boy, hi Sean, how to measure a condo build up size? Do we measure only the unit inner area? Also, is the measurement include foyer space? Yes, it's including the foyer space, it's including your balcony if you have, and it's also calculated based on the center of the unit, center of the wall. So let's say if your unit is an intermediate, right, you actually share a party wall with your neighbor. So the lines is actually calculated based on the center of the partition wall. Okay, how do you calculate? The only way is to actually get a building surveyor for accuracy lah. So a lot of people would last time, I don't know now whether got people still do that or not. A lot of uncle auntie, right, last time they will get a building surveyor to check, because the developer tell me 892 square feet right? I will get a building surveyor to verify it's 892, because in your SPA, if you really check, right, there's a variance of 2%, I think. 2% or 3%, I forgot. 2%. If the, let's say, the developer built less, maybe building construction problem whatsoever, right? 892, suddenly I built you only 880. You can calculate back and you redeem, you claim back the 12 square feet at how much per square feet one. In your SPA, there are such clause. So last time a lot of people do that. I know several developers who kena. Shouldn't tell here lah. But yeah, so you can do that as well. So building surveyors are a profession as well. Okay. W Wong, good to have your internet back with us. Che, I also think so. Kenny Boy, hi Sean. Oh yeah. Kingston Lee, hi Sean. Your thoughts on using a mortgage banker? I will always use a mortgage banker because they are more. Because I will submit my loan once, all my documents, right, I'll submit to one person. Then they will go like 6 banks. So I sekaligus, right, sign all, straight away submit all. If not, I'll go to this banker lah, this banker lah, this banker lah, this banker lah. Tiring lah. So mortgage bankers are also more rational. They are less romantic, because if you talk about like only individual banker, right, for example, M Bank or C Bank or P Bank, right? What they will do is, my bank cannot give already lah. This is the best one already. What I can give you extra is another credit card lah, this and that. But mortgage banker, no one. So some also, like I take a lot of Islamic bank as well. Islamic banking. So because the rates are just better. So no romantic feeling towards finance. All figures are the loudest in investment. Okay, great question though. W Wong, by the way, you mentioned your goal for investment properties are around 5 to 700,000, correct? I wonder why is that range? Why does an investment property below 500 that is not attractive to you now? Okay. I didn't say 5 to 700 lah. I think 5 to 700 is the sweet spot for me. Because you come to think of it, 5,000, right? In order to break even, your rental is around 2,002. and you think about it, the 2002 range, right, is usually a 3 bedroom around PJ KL area. Then after that, it's like 3,000 plus, right? 3,000 plus rental is around more sophisticated areas already. The more areas with CBD, more office spaces and things like that. So those are the easier to manage kind of profiles, and those are the people that have more spending power, right? In consider to a million then is pretty difficult. And also why that range? Because it's the affordability range. If you look into the average salary of a Malaysian, so let's say in KL, the KL median salary is around 4,000 plus or 5,000. So you consider the median salary, right? That is the income that they can rent and they can buy property if they were to buy. So that's why to me, I use that as a reverse calculation to properties that I'm actually investing lah. So it's easier lah. So only the one that I bought in Bukit Jalil, that one it's because in the own stay kind of thing. Also, it's close to my parents and in-laws house lah. So bo pian, right? Joshua Chua. Hi Sean, what's your opinion on Ilham Residence, Elmina Grove, in terms of capital appreciation? Okay, this one, it's a very, definitely you will have capital appreciation. Don't know when only, right? So if you look into like how they are building Temu right now, the commercial area, I think the greatest thing that is going to change the landscape will be the commercial segment in Elmina. I think now a lot of people actually do stay in Elmina one, and I just don't know where they're going to eat lah. Because I like the host for my the SimW live show yesterday, they stay Elmina one. So I was asking, they cook. Wow. Then I was very surprised to me. I'm a city boy. I eat toast also, I go kopitiam and eat. I don't do myself. Yeah. Lor. So the only thing to me it's living. So Ilham is a more stratified, a more luxury segment of all Elmina right now. It's one of their first stratified developments. Hence, it's on a higher side. Definitely there will be capital appreciation because Dash Highway is completing. And if you come to think of it, a more decent landed property that is new landed properties in Klang Valley, right? Very hard to find within that range really, right? In that price range lah. So because personally I just went through property shopping as well for home. Then everybody, all the relatives, like, all the auntie, uncle, buy landed lah, Sean, buy landed lah. Buy landed, buy high rise for one, nobody stay one. So you kind of think of it, not many though, around KL. So like now, the more obvious one is like Cove, Gamuda Cove, right? Gardens. Now it's like a more Gamuda and SimW game right now lah, in terms of landed. Because in the suburbs, you look at Serenia, you look at Gamuda Cove, then you look at Gamuda Gardens, then you look at Elmina, right? Then you think about it, Eco World a little bit, like Grandeur, Setia Alam a little bit, not as affordable, but it's there. And also, if you think about new landed properties, right? Your segment is actually one of them. And you think about distance to Kota Damansara and Bawang Kiara, yours, Elmina, is the nearest currently. But I think heavily depend on the commercial. So if a commercial can come out nicely, grocer come out, restaurants come out, then tuition centers starts coming out, then the service like dentists, beauticians, then more Korean language centers, all this starts coming out, right? Then it will be more neighborhood friendly. Then I think it will do just fine. Kingston Lee, Bandar Putri Puchong versus Bandar Kinrara. Which township is better for long-term investment? I think both equally the same lah. Both equally the same. But to me, I prefer Kinrara lah. I prefer Kinrara because Kinrara got golf course. It's closer to Bukit Jalil. Bandar Putri Puchong, you go in very deep. There's only one entrance out. That's a very honest opinion from me lah. RS, hi Sean, I emailed twice. Did you receive? I received lah. Most probably I received. Just that now, I'm trying my very best to make a video a day. Like I'm trying to make asking Sean a daily thing. I tried the first 3 days. Tried to bring my camera around, but just that. Because also I'm not complaining lah actually, but the makeover guys business is recovering. So because of that 3 MCO months, right, we have been down because we cannot start work. Not that because our sales are bad. We continue getting sales, but we cannot start work. So now, around 1 month ago only, we full-fledged, all our team is like going out for war and finishing up properties every day lah, right? So it has been a very, very busy period for me and for my team lah. So I'll try my best to clear the email. I hope I can clarify. I can clear as much as possible, because I think ultimately the asking Sean. If asking Sean would be a daily show, that would be so cool, right? Asking Sean the daily show. Okay lah, let's go back to the email. Sky Ng, your thoughts on Eco Sanctuary, the park. Okay, the park is nice, but it's Telok Panglima Garang, right? Pretty far, but if you work in Klang side, Bukit Tinggi side, right? It's a very, very decent location actually. But for me, a lot of people ask me this question before. If I work in Mont Kiara, then because it's very close to my place, so I used to stay Shah Alam, so that's very near for me. Sushi nice. Hi Sean. Edward Lim. Edward, go and sleep already. Tomorrow got school. Yeah, Edward is my cousin-in-law. Lydia. Hi Sean, I'm going to buy my first home and I have a question. Is there any difference between conventional insurance and Islamic takaful in terms of coverage? I think it's just a mere difference of terms. Like they don't call interest, you are not supposed to make money out of coverage. They call it something else. So the terminologies are the same. No, the terminologies are different, but the functionalities are the same. To me, out of experience, Islamic financial products are way more friendly, actually. But you just be very rational. You ask the person in charge that is actually providing you this service, right? Just tell me straight up, how much do I need to pay? And what am I getting? Don't care whether it's Islamic or not, right? Nothing wrong being Islamic. Actisis. Hi, Sean, I want to know your opinion on Nidos Desa Petaling. 1310 unit. Another also Rumah Whip as for density, location, and for own stay. How about the property price? Will it go up? Wow, this one is like have a crystal ball like that. Okay. The thing is this, my own take when there's a building more than 500 units, then it's pretty dense, right? But every year you can see some developers, they trying to make the new record for density. Okay. If it's for own stay, to me, you can go and check out the weekday weekend theory. Please check out the weekday weekend video later, right? Then you will get a very nice explanation. The weekday weekend theory. So imagine yourself living in that particular location for a day, a weekday, and a weekend. So maybe like now, if you don't know what to do, right, you just go to the site on a weekday and travel there around. Then you will know what's the traffic like, what's the community like. Then weekend, you go there and find some cafes and eat around. Then you can really experience the site before actually buying it. Then whether will it go up or not, you check the surrounding property price. Also, number one is like, do check bricks, brickz.my or .com. I must find this answer. brickz.com, I think. It's where you can find previous transacted property prices around that area. So you look for your neighboring property, what's the name, you key into bricks, then you will know when's the latest transacted price, and then you know that price, is it expensive or not. Because if you're buying an overpriced property, right, 5 years later, it only reached the market price. So your property that you buy, right, is already overpriced to start with. 5 years later, no appreciation. But if you're buying at a lower price, right, meaning you are buying like, if everybody is buying at that area 800 per square feet, I'm actually going in at 600 per square feet, right? I make money already during purchase. I don't need to wait another 5 years, 10 years for it to appreciate. So that's the difference. And that's also another unfortunate truth where nobody knows really the entry price of anybody. Like the price that you buy and the price I buy might be different, but there's no actual capturing of data for these kind of things. Okay. Kenny Koo, hi Sean, how are you? I asked about the D series condo from Exim in Damansara Perdana last week, and you told me one word, supply. Yeah, do you mean supply is too high? Yes. So if supply is too high, imagine, I think it's the same question from the Actisis. Imagine when you get the keys, there are another 1,000 units together. So to rent out, right, you need to compete with 800 over units. Then imagine 5%, right? 5% cannot pay their installments. Then 5% will be NPL, non-performing loans, right? Then get auction off. That will set the price range for your sub-sale price. Then it's very tough that your building will increase price. So that's the bad side about high density products. So like if you look into good appreciation condos in KL, usually it's around below 500 lah. Then you will see that price keep going up. And because let's say 500, right? I take half lah. Half actually is a rental market, half actually genuine users. It's still 200 old units, right? It's still nice one, you know. Then like for the makeover guys, right? From let's say my own team come and furnish up my unit for me. I'm competing against 100 over units only. So it'll be a very easy game to control instead of 1,000 units. Yeah. So that's the scary part about the area. And you think about it, who is going to stay there? Let's say straight away got 3,000 units come out, right? So many people made it, really. But the price is attractive lah. Definitely the price is attractive. Just that to me, I'm just concerned about the supply. Jen L. Hi Sean, what's your opinion on 121 residences? I think it's pretty solid. It's a very entry friendly product. In PJ, you are buying at that price. Rental can somewhat break even if you fully design it, if you fully furnish it. Yeah, it's a pretty solid one because it's the exact same floor plan they chop from the Plaza Kelana Jaya one. They just chop there, put there. Yep. Sushi nice. How you thought about Tropicana Edelweiss? I plan to buy for own stay. If my company transfer me to overseas, then it will be my investment. I think it's okay though. Yeah, I think if you look into Arnica, Bayberry, Dianthus, C is what it is. C. Then now the mall also ready, right? And this one, I think Block E is Soho and commercial. So it will be more for like YouTubers like me, right? People setting up their offices. And there will be a new medical center right in front by Sunway. That's exciting. So I think it's making sense because the amount of density in that area, right? The amount of population there is just very, very good for investment now. So I think if you can afford it, right, for own stay, I think you just go ahead. You can go ahead. Because I also receive a lot of news from there lah. My friend Vincent is actually selling. If you see him, like, just say hi from Hatamas. Yeah, he keep asking me to go and visit, but I still got. He's more busy than me lah now after MCO. Anything to look out for? It's one of the prime roads in. It's building on the existing sales gallery of Tropicana Gardens, right? So I think it's pretty solid lah. If you can afford it, then I think it's fine. Carlsman. Wait I got to scroll already. Houseman 12. Hi, Sean, new here. Can ask for own stay. What's your take between a corner terrace, bigger by 10 by 70, and link semi-D? Okay. Uh, hmm. Link semi-D. Okay. Corner terrace houses is very, very different because if you look into supplies, okay, supplies of corner lots within the terrace setting, it's only like 10% max, right? 8%, 10%. Because then and these kind of terrace house corner lots, right, have their very own buyers one. But semi-Ds, automatically everybody units is the same. So if you want to think about it, if there's a buyer that wants to buy a corner lot, the appreciation will be actually higher. But the problem with corner lots, extra land, right, is always in odd shape. So for example, if my land is in a weird form like this, right, then my house will be here, then my land will be at this kind of shape one. And sometimes not all shapes are very, very nice, and that will affect because people who can really afford corner lots, right, are people who got money lah. So feng shui is number one for them. So if you want to buy, because corner lots usually is around 15-20% higher than the next intermediate. A trick that I used last time is I will always buy the intermediate lot next to the corner lot because the tendency of the corner lot's owner, right, to buy my unit is very high. Yeah, so and it's true. So like I shared that theory with my bosses back in developer days, right? And that's how we price our products after that. So personally, price appreciation wise, if I would invest, I will buy corner lots, but for own stay, I will buy semi-D. Because just the profiles of neighbors, I will actually consider that as well. The profile of neighbors, right? Because everybody in that area can pay that range of price. So the income group is there for a semi-D township, right? For a semi-D taman. But if it's for a terrace punya taman, then the price range is lower. Then the community will also have a different segment of income group. So for on stay, if I can afford, I will go for semi-D. Okay. Bruno Tan. Hey, what do you think of ongoing group purchase One Cochrane opportunities? Looks attractive. One Cochrane, there's two things there. There's one residences and one is the build already one. One is the building one. So I think there's a confusion in the market right now. And I think the agents are trying to leverage on that. I also thought, wow, One Cochrane, this price one, or is the One Cochrane residences, the one that constructed already one. So I think it's awesome, right? I think Bruno Tan, thank you very much for sharing your insights on the latest episode. I really appreciate it, right? Do keep it coming. I like all these kind of sharings. Because Prima to me, I can't really get a lot of information. Like I don't know how you get it lah. Really, well, I also cannot get it really. Respect, Bruno. So back to Cochrane, I think it's a very, very ideal situation because TRX is really coming up pretty nicely lah. So if TRX is going to be the next financial hub, then Mallory area is going to be hot. Nicholas Ma, hi Sean, what do you think of future prospect of Metro Park? A bit concerned of this, nothing up yet. And the value of TMP seems stagnant. Yeah, I'm not sure whether are you a owner, right, Nicholas Ma? Metro Park personally, I think before the federal highway connection was done, me and my mom, we went there and checked it out already once. So it's the density in the master plan is number one, very high in the location that's not so ideal, right? It's not as convenient, and the price is not as affordable as well. However, a lot of people are actually moving in, especially agents moving into the Pandora, the first block, because the rental there is very cheap. Unfortunately lah, because they currently got nothing actually, and because of the market situation, like before even before MCO, so the take up rates there is not as high, it's not as predicted. Hence, the township development was kind of like stalled back, held back a little bit. That's why now I think Paisley is their latest launch, under construction right now. Okay, straight up, if I don't let me not care about whether are you a owner or not. If I have the money to get one, I will consider somewhere else. Unless my mother-in-law house or my mother's house is like 5 minutes from there, fine. Or if I'm the GM of CSR Sugar, fine. Because it's just at the entrance. So if not, right, there will be a lot of other choices available in the market within that price range. Okay, and nothing wrong, and nothing wrong with the building itself, really. Yeah, I went to Pandora. I really like it. I actually reviewed it. The park is amazing. Just that the location and connectivity only. Okay. CK, hi Sean, is it worth to pay the 4 years progressive interest for undercon project just to justify this additional cost? Is it better to purchase unit within completion? Okay, CK, this one is as if you have the choice of having the unit ready and not so after completion. Okay, so if let's put it into a scenario. Let's say if I want to buy this property already, do I wait until completion only I buy? Or do I wait until do I wait before completion then I buy? Okay. If you don't buy, there's a possibility that people will buy. Okay. So that's number one. Number two, you might not get the valuation that you want. A lot of new projects, right? Now 900,000. Okay, not so high. Let's say 600,000. Okay. Before VP is 600,000. After VP, it's still 600,000. But the banks can finance before VP, but they cannot provide you that value after VP. Because after VP, it's a very different evaluation process going on already for banks on the valuation. So that's something that you need to know as well. That's why a lot of new properties, right, once they hand over, right, cannot sell because the valuation cannot reach that market, cannot reach the price. There's not enough transaction data around the area, especially for new townships. That's something to take note as well. So progressive interest, not a lot also lah. I thought the DIBS will come back actually, but because some developers are actually providing DIBS, meaning they will actually waive the interest during construction one. I guess the answer is yes, if you can get a unit right 3 months before VP, if you can get a unit, then it's the best lah. That's the best case scenario lah, provided you have the exact unit within your budget and only like doesn't design for you to buy one, then okay lor. Right, in that case or in a scenario that you point out, then yes lah. Boon Tao Teo Boon Tao. Hi Sean, newbie here, currently deciding Divervain under Rumah Selangorku. LHPS located at beside Flora Damansara, and Pixel City located just 1 minute. Okay. Boon Tao, I think have you gone through the 4 basics? Because I think this one, what's the main key, right? It's your intention. What's the intention of the purchase? I think this is a very good example also. What's the intention of the purchase actually dictates which one you should go for. Yeah. Aaron Han, good evening, Sean. For someone looking to renovate a townhouse, where is a good place to start viewing showrooms? What kind of townhouse? Your one is the upper floor one or the lower floor one? Currently, I think the best townhouse design is from Sunway. I really like the Sunway Montana townhouse. It's done very well because I was part of the design team. Show off a bit. Yeah. I think instead of showrooms for a townhouse, right? It's because townhouse design. Okay, first of all, I think we have that perfect layout for landed terrace house already in Malaysia because it's our nasi lemak property. Everybody loves terrace house one. But townhouse is like a alternative. If I cannot get landed terrace, then I will go for townhouse or bo bian ma, right? No choice ma. Then that's why the layout design for a good townhouse, it's very rare actually. So if your one is a sub-sale one, meaning like it has been a while, and so some townhouse is like really weird one, a lot of platform designs one, a lot of different levels one. So I don't know what kind of townhouse you are, but I think ID wise, it depends what's your budget lah. If can, then go and get an ID designer to do it for you lor. Because the weirdest part about your townhouse maybe is the entrance. If you can dress up your entrance before the staircase, then I think it's fine. Dennis Wong, sub Sean, I missed the answer brought by Sue regarding the overseas. Okay. I will recommend, I told Sue to send me an email so I can connect her with Kelly, my friend, my agent friend. So she's the one that shows me around the high-end condos around in KL. So she deals with foreign buying like every day one. So I'll maybe just connect her with her lor. Her with her. That's assuming Sue is a her lah. Okay. I don't know Sue is a her or a dude. Asmiro Chemat, hi Sean, what's up? Kit King, hi Sean, what do you think of the Duduk program, especially the one in Eco Islands? I think it's a good initiative. They are stripping off something like Prima actually. They're stripping off all the unnecessary things, leaving only the functional items. That's why the cost they're trying to keep very low, but still keep it very functional. So I think it's a good initiative lah. Justin Chan, hi Sean, since Subang is getting its city status, what will be the impact towards the properties in Subang? Increased price for new projects lah. And if it's a city, right, I'm not sure whether will they revise the Cukai Tanah and Cukai Pintu or not. Cukai Tanah won't, because that is under the state. Cukai Pintu, the assessment, right, I'm not sure whether will they revise that or not. But generally, I think it's a good thing, right? It means once it's a city status, a lot of guidelines will be changed. Meaning, right, maybe they want to enforce pedestrian-friendly streets. They want to enforce bicycle-friendly streets. They want to implement a green index and things like that. So all those will be very good for existing Subang nights lah. Because I was just there in the show yesterday, live show about Subang Jaya. Yeah, great question, Justin. HTC, hey bro, get a new Wi-Fi 6 router on Lazada tomorrow midnight. Really? Why is it Wi-Fi 6? But routers, right? I just realized routers is very expensive on there. And then I just got an extender lah. Yeah, so the next thing I'm trying to get is a Wi-Fi router. Gerard Tang, hi Gerard Tang, hi Sean, what were your considerations when you decide which type of unit to buy in Tropicana? Also, do you think the balcony will be an attraction to tenants? Okay. Cost. Okay, let's say a lot of people will think that, oh, Sean didn't go for type C, right? Because we must have something wrong. My wife is in love with type C. The horizontal layout of the living and the kitchen, right? When you walk in, alamak, cantiknya. The thing is this, let's say if on a high floor, right? Let's say I took a high floor. The immediate unit, which is the type B and a type C, the difference is quite apparent. It's like a lot. Then to me it's like it's a good to have kind of thing, but when you do renovation, right, your kitchen space is so big. On a type B, my kitchen cost is going to be like 12,000, but suddenly you have the type C, your kitchen space is like almost twice as big. It's going to be more cost for ID as well. So it's going to be like maybe 28,000, 30,000 just for kitchen alone. The kitchen cabinet, right? Tak mungkin you buy type C, you don't put island one ma. You don't put breakfast counter, then the unit looks very weird already. So that's one of my consideration. So it's that afterthought kind of thing. And because I'm not sure how the channel will actually take off, right? Let's say by the time we get VP, right? the building is ready. Maybe I'm a full-time YouTuber already leh. Don't know ma, right? So that time if I were to want to upgrade, I can still upgrade. Then maybe because a lot of uncertainty. That's why I also took house keys ma. That gives me that flexibility to move around as well. Yeah. So that was the consideration between type B and type C. Balcony, will it be attraction? Yes and no lor. So personally, I don't use balcony. It's a nice to have kind of thing to me. But from a person who smokes, then it's an very important segment. I think type C all got ma. That's why the thing is this, like, if you come to when you say tenants, right? So it's an investment component already. If it's an investment component, right? Interesting fact, I just try to mess up with your mind, right? Both also 3-bedroom. So if I want to rent out, right? My installment, let's say my one is 700,000. The same level type C, it's 850,000. In order for you to break even, you will need another 1,000 extra in rental. So I can actually give 1,000 less in rental. Yeah, so for the same 3-bedroom unit. So you see what I'm going for? So like both also 3-bedroom units. And type B, right, got storeroom. Type C don't have. Itu dia. Okay, so that's my consideration, Gerard. Dino Ng, what's the difference between 4-tier and 3-tier? Yeah. Okay, 3-tier. Okay, tiers are a new term that they call themselves. So, okay, main door. Okay, so when you go to the condo, front gate, 1 tier. Okay, you tabik the floor let you in. You go into your car park, some you have another 2nd tier of boom gate. Some don't have, mostly don't have already one. Go in, so you come down from your car, then you go into the lift lobby, 2nd tier. Then you go up to your unit, right? So if you go into a unit already, some is with the fire door one, right? So that's the 3-tier. So if you go into the fire door, then you go into your unit. So the unit another tier, so it's 4-tier. So some of them, they don't have the 3rd tier, which is the fire door. Some it's which one already? Which unit I went? The Cheras project. Cloud 3. I think Cloud 3 one is a very nice one. You open the lift only, I can directly access my unit without any more checkpoints. So yeah, so tiers are just another way of measuring security checkpoints. So 3-tier versus 4-tier, they sell it as a benefit. But to me, please be mindful that security and convenience, right, don't go hand in hand one. Imagine your handful of groceries ready, then like, don't know want to carry the laptop bag lah, this handbag lah, carry this, right? Then you need to teeth how many times using your like that. Teeth, then you push the door, go into the lift, teeth, go in, teeth. Wow. Yeah, then if your friends want to come in, right? Let's say you host a party, let's say 8 of them come to your house, 8 of them want to come to your unit respectively, all or more. You need to be present to all checkpoints. Yeah. So security and convenience don't go hand in hand. The more you want something, the more compromised the other one will be. Okay, Dino. Any opinion on Maybank house keys? I made a video about it. Do check out Maybank house keys versus conventional loan. Yeah. Hi Sean, your video is great. Keep it up. Have question regarding condo, 1,700 square feet in Cyberjaya. Garden view, 650. Is it a good bargain? Okay, garden view, I just saw a unit in auction. Okay, I just saw a unit in auction. So I don't know what's your intention. Can you go through the 4 basics, right? Go and look out for one of my latest video, 4 basics. So it's your intention, how much you can afford. Check out 20 other properties around Cyberjaya. Then only make a decision. Yeah. So go check that video out first, because I don't know whether it's an investment or not. Because if you want to talk about investment, I would say no directly. No. But if it's for own stay, then maybe. Okay. Jim, hi Sean, it's me again. Have you reviewed any landed property in Rawang? No chance yet. But I went Batu Arang and eat. I have a colleague. I think if you guys watch the Makeover Guys channel, right? One of the hosts for the Burrita Bulanan one, she's from Rawang. Any comments on the project there? I think it's a very, very cool place, a very nice community and neighborhood where you can raise your kids, right? So it's not that far off because my colleague travels to Mont Kiara every day. Whew. So, and if you want to look for value for money, then it's a good place to be. But if you want to look for capital appreciation for your property, then it's tough. Because I think it will be a while until, you see, after Guthrie came out, right? Now we are at the Guthrie Road already. NKVE, okay, you have the Gamuda Cove. But now we are like moving over to Guthrie because Dash Highway is there. So again, that stretch, right? From the last point, Sungai Buloh to Rawang, there's no development. Yeah, so I think you want to reach like heavy population in Rawang. It's only tourism, and Rawang tourism is not like that great also. There's no like, it's not like a weekend thing. So like, weekends, right? You go Port Dickson, you go Tanjung Sepat, you go where some more? Anywhere else in Klang Valley, right? So it's kind of like a weekend trip where it can actually benefit from it. But Rawang, where nobody talks about going to Rawang for a one night, 2 day, 1 night trip, one. If you realize that, unless they can hack that, then I think it will be good. If not, then W Wong, is there a good capital appreciation strategy? I worry buying landed for capital appreciation strategy, but the house price does not go up as much as expected. Opportunity cost will hurt. Yep, W Wong. So a cool fact I think I learned from Faizul Rizwan. His data analysis, right? He says that two components, the top two that had the highest capital appreciation, right, is number one, the Nasi Lemak, the terrace house. Number two is condos, actually. But during waiting for capital appreciation, right, condos have higher rental returns in comparison to terrace. You get what I mean? So that's why if you were to invest, right, every time you have a rejection from our auntie uncles, or because they only understand landed. They really only understood landed. And last time, like Subang landed 300,000, 500,000, now 1.2 million. Wow. But now if you go and buy a 700 or 1 million terrace house, right, how much can you sell in the 5 years? 1.1. And you did not sell also. So that's the observation that I found. Kien Teng. Hi Sean, I have a house in USJ 12 and I can't sell it. Currently, I'm renting at half the mortgage. I'm currently looking for another place to stay. Should I refinance and use the money to rent? No. Reno, which one, Kien Teng? Okay. Kien Teng, I would suggest this. So if you are actually renting, you are renting the whole unit at once, right? So I think if you have the chance, like maybe at your next update of your tenancy agreement, right, what I can suggest is to rent out maybe room by room, or to actually furnish up room by room to rent out at a higher price, because USJ 12. But USJ 12, the problem is all family, more family oriented. And refinance is in a condition that your loan and your appreciation is there. Okay, let's say you buy your house, I think USJ 12. Okay, let's say 5 years ago you buy 700,000, and now it's 800,000. Okay, congratulations, you got 100,000 in appreciation. But when you refinance, you can max take up 80% of your current market value only. So 800,000, you take 80% is 640,000 only. So there's nothing to be cashed out in the first place. Okay, so maybe you can check that first. I will put you can drop me a DM in my Instagram. iherng. I will send you Miss Catherine's number. So she's my mortgage banker. Maybe you can check value, see whether you can refinance or not. So she helped me with all my refinancing. She will be very helpful. Okay. So Kien Teng, maybe you can DM me on Instagram, and I will try to see what I can do. I'll just pass to Catherine, so see what she can do, not me. Okay. Young AL. Hi Sean, what's your opinion on Desa Bug City? Very good. Jim, I hear Maybank is going to suspend their husky to extend or suspend. Any idea? Is it due to rising concern of property for Malaysia economic? Do you think BNM will reduce OPR again? Yes, BNM will definitely reduce again. Because you look at car sales, you see when one thing, a lot of people, right? We talk about the next question is 25 basic points or 50 basic points. I think 25 lah. 50 is like my dream come true. Okay. When interest rate drops, right, you can see like the government now is trying their very best to recover. And again, I said this again, and I will say this again. Thank you very much for those who are in the frontliners. If you are a doctor, nurse, cleaner, Grab driver, right? Thank you very much for the MCO thing. Like now we are recovering already when people are still suffering elsewhere in the world. So we are actually working on our economy already. And I think the current finance team, the Malaysian finance team, I think is awesome. The moratorium really helped. The OPR, dropping the OPR really helped. And now you can see all the HOC sales tax for cars exemption. Our car sales is off the roof, Property also, just that they don't know, people prefer the sad property stories. They don't like the wonderful property stories. When property is doing very well, right, they say bubble. When market cannot sell, right, then they say, oh, it's going to be meltdown. But car sales, right, every time very good one. Like the media, right, don't like property market one actually. So when I joined the market like 12 years ago, every year they tell me market bad one. So that's one observation, Jim. So I think because house key is working, that's why they extend to sub-sales. So I think all this while is already sub-sales one. Kelvin Young, good evening, Sean. What's your view on One Cochrane? Able to fetch high rental? Yes, because One Cochrane, to me, I like it because it's as I mentioned in the previous stream, it's an intersection between different public transportation. That's why it's very, very exciting. Stanley Ng, hello Sean. Hi Stanley. Jason, yo Sean, renovation question. What laminated floor thickness brands and AC grade would you recommend for high-rise residential? My unit has standard tiles included. Okay. I think you can go with if you have budget, then you go for the 9mm no. So laminated timbers, you can go for Inno floor, Innova floor, something like that. So that's the supplier that I worked with last time. I learned a lot from him. Okay, so laminated timber, there's two parts. One is the lamination. So it's 6mm or 9mm. Some got 12 for commercial use. So, but that one very thick already. 12mm is like tiles already. So it's 6mm or 9mm. But what's different, right? It's the layer in between your laminated flooring and your existing flooring, right? So the concern and the limit to the thickness will be the door, right? Okay, let me try to do this right. Okay, this is a floor, right? Then there will be a door, so your door will close and there's a gap. So after, if you were to do the laminated flooring, you put in that layer, can your door still close or not? Will it hinder the door or not? So if your door is actually sanged, then you're in trouble. But if your door is actually very well built, it didn't drop, right? Then you can use the 6mm one. So after the laminated timber, there's one layer underneath, right? They use plastic only. The plastic foam kind of thing. Another alternative is they use rubber one. So that's a more expensive one. So that's a atas one where you don't have the squeaky sound. Plastic one, you got squeaky when you walk around. The rubber one don't have. So those are the things that you just look out for. And then because laminated flooring last time, my time when I was doing construction 4 to 5 years ago, it's the thing wow, everybody laminated. Now it's like everywhere already. So I think there's more brands now. Do find out per square feet how much and ask for installation time. How long in one day, how many square feet can you cover? Usually it's very fast one. And the warranty, how much warranty they give, because these are like hyper durable materials. Just that then you consider price per square feet. Mm. Compare price per square feet. Okay, so I think first of all, I think almost an hour already. For the 200 of you all, right, thank you very much for spending your Sunday night with me. I hope to get into more questions. I'll try to speed up a little bit. A request, just a mere selfish request from me is do follow my Instagram, do follow my LinkedIn, do follow my TikTok, do follow my still got what my Facebook. Yeah, so do follow me on any other platforms, Spotify included. So for those who are actually traveling to work, right, on train ke, on your car ke, you don't want to listen to radio, you can actually turn on to Spotify. You go and look for iherng podcast, iherng podcast. So that's where I upload most of the Asking Sean segment. So it's like a good discussion before you go to work, right? Then if you want to sound smart, you know what to talk about properties. Okay, so thank you again. 广告时间完毕 like advertisement segment. Jim, HOC, right? Will it be gazetted only after July Parliament? Any view when it really took effect? Some developers still waiting for SOP. Yeah, some developers still waiting, but like Sam Dhabi, they are proceeding like nobody's business really. Like yesterday, the Lot 15 and their Aurora launch, right? One day, I was there, I was there witnessing how they close sales. One day, 10 units they close. One day. And some developers still wait for HOC, don't know got or not. Yeah, lor. Peter Ling. Hi, Sean. Thanks for your video. Good video. What is your view on Lelong unit now in Ampang? Is the area too compact? Okay. I think in Ampang it's only the Arte lah. Arte alone, there's like how many? I think like 10% being auctioned off, because most of them bought with the intention of letting out their unit in Airbnb. So that's the main trouble, especially in MCO or Mampus. Oil and gas. Hi, Sean. For the bank potential turn down to OPR, shall we apply the loan later? I think now if you apply flexi loans, right, I think it's fine, right? Because they will always adjust according to market one. So now if you're going to flexi loans, then no worries. But if you go for fixed rate, then it's like a trouble. I have one loan that is fixed. So like now I look at the OPR, oh my God. Yeah. Stanley Ng, any idea about the status of a Jal Mong Kiara? Is it a good place to rent and stay around? It's right opposite my office. I pass by it every day twice. Go there, I see. Come back, I see. I think it's going to VP this year or next year or early next year. A good place to rent or not? I think it's going to be okay, right? I don't know what kind of question and what kind of answer you're expecting me to say. It's opposite Solaris though. You are in between Publica and Solaris, so I think it's good lah. JT, what's your opinion on Rosewoods? I think it's well, because it's located in Bukit Jalil. It's bad news for Z residents, Kasai Green, Rains, because you are located closer to the road and then closer to LRT as well, closer to Naden as well, the Mama, right? By the way, the Nathan or Naden, I don't know how you pronounce it. Because it's a Mama, I call it Naden. So the cheese naan, very nice one. Okay, besides the point, I think the sales status is very good. Yeah, because they are banging really on the LRT lah, and the MRT, the Muhiba station. Only concern is the density in that area. So if you look into Bukit Jalil, as I mentioned before last time, in the Sky Park video, you can check it out. It's basically divided into the Sky Park area, right? The pavilion, core pavilion area. The one is like Puncak Jalil, that one a lot of things coming up there lah. Then the stadium side, and this side, the Muhiba station side. Yeah, so it's basically divided into 4, because 4 of them will have 4 different price per square feet. The median price per square feet. Derek Lau, hi Sean, I have a property in Setia Alam. I have emailed you for opinions to buy a second property. Worrying about higher commitments. Okay, higher commitments. It's like this also. It's about risk appetite, Derek. So if you want you're worried about higher commitments, then don't go ahead lah. go for a high rise where you can have higher potential for rental. Then instead of a landed. So maybe let me look back into, okay, I'll put your name in. Let me look into the email that you sent, right? Let me answer you properly lah. Okay, Derek, thank you very much. Jojo, hi Sean, what is your opinion on Galleria Equine Park in Sri Kembangan? I think everybody is banging on the new LRT, but I see a lot of I see a lot of units for auction in Zita as well as Sfera. Zita and Sfera, I think it's okay lah. I think, right? Sfera went before 1NH project, very nice in terms of height, but the unit layout a bit weird. Yeah, a lot of units are being auctioned out lah. That's my concern. But Galleria, I think nothing really come out yet. But in that location, it's coming up because it's before Cyberjaya lor. In between Puchong before Cyberjaya. So I think there's a lot of potential. And it's along that Serdang route. Traffic jam, crazy traffic jam. So it means there's population. Just that capital appreciation wise really depend on the MRT station. Tan Yu Chiang, do you have any exit strategy for your property investment? Yes. So because mainly my investment property before this year all was landed one. Until lately when I start to play the KL game, right, then only it started shifting to high rises. That's why I'm in that transition where I will focus a lot of capital appreciation. Then suddenly I will now go to more rental returns because it's very important you adapt to the current situation of the economy lah. Last time, demand very high, supply very low. That's why flipping was the game. Then you play that already. Then now the demand and supply kind of like even out. So rental is the game, long hold is the game, and we suspect, right, in the makeover guys as well, interest drop, right? So the demand for properties will increase, but supply cannot catch up on time in this 5 years time because a lot of developers, they actually handbrake their supply for very long already. So in these 5 years, there will be somewhat like a short of supply, especially good properties. So this is the boat floating theory where now we are all hunting for boats that can float. If your boat already sink in this current moment of time, maybe the water will raise you up a little bit. But for those who are bleeding, like nobody's business one, right? So I think that one will still continue stay in the deepest part of water where the water actually rise. Okay, Yu Jiang, I hope that answers. So yes, I have an exit strategy one for every property. So most of them I just will hold until forever. I don't plan to sell any of my properties one. To be very honest I don't plan to sell one. KCL. Any other ways to get transacted data besides bricks? Notice bricks is the only updated after 3 to 6 months. No more already. Unless agent, unless you speak to the agent that actually sold it. Because bricks is the fastest one already. Before bricks, right, there's this thing called NAPIC. NAPIC. So it's the statistic department of our national data, something lah. That one was 6 to a year later. So like this year, I'm looking at 2018 or 2019 data. We are like 2020, almost half year already, Yeah, so very, very funny, very weird, I know. But bricks currently is the most updated ones that we get already. Because, okay, if you sell a title, you sell a property today, we transact, okay, you buy my property. It takes 6 months to actually, 3 to 6 months to actually update all the land title one. So after they update the land title already, they need to update the banks, right? Then the banks will only report, hey, we did this transaction. Only the statistic department will actually capture it. So 3 to 6 months, I think it's reasonable. Jim, actually, what are the main difference between Bangsa South and Pantai? Any additional thoughts or comments to share? I think you compared them as Monkera versus Sekambot in one of your videos. Thanks. Yeah, in the closer one to the Malay Reserve land. Okay. This sounds like a lecture. But we have freehold, we have leasehold, but there's this special land that we call Malay Reserve land. It's not Bumi. Bumi is different. Malay Reserve land is different. So Malay Reserve land can only be developed by a Malay company or Malay individual. It must be pure. Like in Kelantan, right, Malay Reserve land can only be developed by Orang Kelate. Father and Orang Kelate is described as parents, both parents are from Kelantan, only the children is a descendant of Kelantan. That explains the development of the state as well. So unfortunately, so Malay Reserve land, it's gazetted in those areas to protect the interests of Bumi Putras, right? And that in this kind of situation becomes a hindrance. You look at Mont Kiara, suddenly and Jalan Kiara 3, you go in, suddenly from high rise, pa, kampung. Because cannot build. Really, you cannot build. So the road also, you will have the kampung road. Also the road, right? 2 cars, you drive through ngam like that. If both is a S350, right? Mercedes S350, both 7 Series cannot pass one. One must give way to actually go by. So similarly in Pantai Hill Park side as well. So Pantai Hill Park side, I don't know what's going on with IGM after the 2 project. We went Sequoia and Inwood already, so no more new projects already. So infrastructures are all ready. I don't know why they are not building. And there's a Malay Reserve land there as well. So last time it's called Kampung Kerenji ma. So it's a kampung. That becomes the hindrance during development. So it's just a phenomenon in KL that is very, very interesting actually. That's why when I study my master's in real estate, right, these are the stories that I learned. Oh, I have a great lecturer. Until now also I can still remember. Yeah. So so that will, okay, to answer your question also, that will, I talk so much, right? Need to answer your question. The concern will be the security part. Because you have all the mud rempits. I'm not saying definitely the mud rempits are from the kampung areas, but the income level difference. So people who are earning less will be staying there when you have Sequoia that is high end. So when you have so the kampung kind of restricts the high end price to things. That's why Jalan Kiara 3 and Jalan Kiara main True Blue Kiara, the price difference is a lot, man. Okay. Okay, so I need to look back the answer already. Okay. Brian Lim, Sean, people asking you these questions when they should ask the developer instead. I mean, it's not like you can predict the future or have a crystal ball. I don't get it. Because I went to enough properties and I was a developer as well. So I understand the mindset of a developer. I was 6 years in a development office. So I don't know. Okay. Jong Yun Ho, when people are too lazy to do self-research. Jim, for those prices in bricks, how do we exclude the markup loans and auction? And those genuine sub-sales transaction merely cut. That one your own calculation. So I think it's based on SPA price, right? So I think SPA price in sub-sales is pretty accurate. 5 to 10%, okay lah, give a little bit low. There won't be definite accuracy one, not like Singapore. Okay. Joshua Chua, Sean, do you think rental market will continue to thrive in future considering everyone is looking at this game subsequently? Yeah, so many properties mushrooming around. Yes, I do think so. the future that I'm looking at, right? It will be like a conversations of people in New York. Hey, where you stay, right? Joshua, where you stay, Wow, Bangsa, walao, you can afford the rent there. So rental price, right, will be a discussion instead of property price. Really, people no longer talk. People will, sadly, I think people will not have the opportunity to talk about property buying already. Renting is already a trouble by itself, because you come to think of it, right? In, let's say if you were to rent a Mont Kiara unit, rental is 4,000, right, per month. 3.5 months deposit, 2.5 month deposit, 1 month advance rent, monthly rental lah. So it's 3.5 months. So you want to rent, right? You the sign on the paper. It's 14,000. You know, straight away you pay me 14,000 to rent the place, leh. So I think it's not cheap also. And you come to think of it, how many people can actually vomit out 14,000 straight away to rent a house? Yeah, so that will be a discussion that the future generations will have, especially in CBD areas. So fortunately, we are still developing, but like now, Subang has just turned city, right? That's very exciting. That's why I witnessed Subang from zero to now lah, because I listened to a lot of my father's story lah, my uncle's story lah. Back then, Subang nobody like lah. Now Subang is a city leh. Yeah. So in prime locations, as long as there are job opportunities, and like KL Central will forever be KL Central one. So there will always be demand for KL Central properties. That's why the rental, right? How can drop? Cannot drop one. And unless they tear down the existing building to rebuild a new one, I don't think there's any way that you can do redevelopment. Dino Ng, M Centura around 680 per square feet. At 35 floor, worth it. I feel too expensive. If too expensive, then look at other projects, bro. Maybe you want to go for the, what is it called? One Sentola. Maxim. One Maxim, I think. You call One Maxim, correct? So maybe you can look at Maxim's project around there. Dino. Sushi, nice. Thank you, Sean. James Tan. Hi, Sean. What do you think about Dua residency for investment? Price per square feet is around 2,000. 7 to 800 next to Aria, KLCC, and Stoner. After I went to what is this called? Stoner. No, 8 Conley, right? After I went to 8 Conley, I realized a lot of projects there actually. I think it's okay, 7 to 800 per square feet, because there's a new MRT coming out. But you got to be really putting in effort in your unit, which means, right, not only must be fully furnished, must be designer furnished, because of the profile of people that's going to stay there. It's walking distance to Pavilion, to Prince Court. Easily you can go Raja Julan whatsoever, right? Yeah, so it's that range really. So 700 to 800 is not expensive, but the size is big, 2,000 square feet. That's why it's the ultimate price is high, but the price per square feet is low. So I think salespeople will tell you, right, James? You know how much they're selling, you know, the neighbor 1,002 per square feet, your 1,700 only, you are making money already. Hello, but the unit size is twice the neighboring on there, 2,000 square feet. How much you want to rent? 2,000 square feet. So as an expat, right, you just think of it like, who are you going to rent out to? Expats. So, and when expat come in, right, will they rent a 2,000 square feet unit or not? That's why also our data shows that studio units have higher yield in comparison to 2-bedroom, 3-bedrooms. Something to think about, James? Nicholas Theo, what is the difference for capital appreciation between investing a mature and location within a space to grow? It depends on entry price though. Okay, imagine this, you are buying the first phase of Elmina versus buying the first phase. Okay, wrong example. Buying the first phase for this Sabak City and buying the first phase in Elmina. Okay lah, same lah. So in Elmina, there's no neighboring developments, right? There's no Kepong to support. There's no Bandar Sri Damansara to support like Desa Park City. So Desa Park City, although it's new, but there's a lot of supporting populations that they can immediately upgrade to. Elmina, different, right? So it's a little bit far off. So that's the main difference that you can see. Also, are you tapping into a location that's with existing population, just that they carve out a 30-acre to call it master plan, or there's a 3,000-acre master plan? So I think the question will be the size. So like now KL North, the KL Lake City, right? So it's between Taman Wayu. Actually, it's Kepong, Taman Wayu, and Jalan Kuching, Selayang. So there's existing populations to be upgraded too. But that's why they are pretty confident in their pricing lah. So I think that solves your question. Also, there's existing populations that you can tap into lor. Okay, great question though, Nicholas. Alvin Sao. So I actually, how do I pronounce Alvin Sao? Okay, I was told by the bank 90% loan margin for the property loan is not mandatory. It is prerogative of individual bank to approve. Do you think property? Yes. Do you think property will still be considered booming? Who is going to buy these properties? People with money. And a lot of property investors, right? It's all, okay. I don't know whether should I say this, but you guys know how I roll. It's not about the banks. It's more about the banker. Get yourself a good banker, not bank. Get what I mean? So of course, money, bank will only loan money for rich people. And so bank has always been the tool for rich people. Poor people, right? I got no money already. They still want me. That's why I will need money from you, man. They don't want to give one. Unfortunately, that's the harsh truth. So if you really want to play the property game for long, it's very important that you have a very good banker connection. Alexander, Malaysia, please comment on the property down south for stay and for investment, such as Kajang, Semenye, Nilai. By the way, Nilai, good. Yes. But just that now MCO, right? Everybody from Xiamen University or not there lah. That's why Bell Suites, all those kind of areas are kind of like stopped a little bit in terms of rental. Kajang, I think is coming up. Semenye, a lot of development, but a lot of auction as well. Nilai is a different side to me. Nilai and Semenye is like two different directions. So you're down south a bit off. Out of the three, right, I would prefer Kajang. Out of the three, Nilai, Semenye, Kajang, I will prefer Kajang actually. Because Kajang and Cheras, right, very blur line only. Batu, Dua Belas, and Kajang very near only. Justin Hall. Although every unit is the same, the premium on semi-D is to buy good numbers, unlike like 8 and 18. Can ask for more at subsale. Yeah. Good point, Justin Hall, because if you are buying at that price, right, that price people can pay more for numbers. Their car plate is actually more expensive than the car itself. Good point, Justin. Tiong Si Hao, hi Sean. What do you think about Safina? Do you know how come they don't want to make dual entrance at Jalan Kiara 4, although connected like Residency 22? It's not easy to manage in security design. We look at single point, meaning a single entry and exit point. That's the most wholesome connection, most wholesome security plan. But if you have dual entrance, right, the amount of maintenance cost will be like suddenly double because you need twice the team to control the security. Residency 22, because it's next to 163, that's why there's a benefit to open it up. But like you open up to Jalan Kiara 4 for what? There's nothing at Jalan Kiara 4. It's like a back alley of all the buildings. So unfortunately, there's no point to actually open up to Jalan Kiara 4 because you are, okay, Jalan Kiara and Jalan Kiara 4, it makes sense. Jalan Kiara 3 and Kiara 4 don't make sense. Or for the benefit of other audience, right? Do check out Safina. You look into the plan, because I thought I had the answer, then nobody will understand what is it. Okay, let me draw. This is Jalan Kiara. This is Jalan Kiara 1. Okay, this is where 163 is. Okay, one Kiara here. So there's another road called what, Jalan Kiara 4. Okay, then there's another road where Safina is Jalan Kiara 3, where Garden International School is. Okay, so a building of Residency 22 kind of like extends how? This side. So the entrance is kind of making sense because it's very close to the 163 mall. But Safina is a bit further in. Hence, it's not making sense because you need to justify the cost of security versus the return that you're going to get. And Safina, unfortunately, truth to be told, right, in front is still squatters. In front of Safina are still squatters. So that road, right, still not yet resolved. That's why the security on one checkpoint is already so strict. Imagine 2. Yeah, so it's a lot. It's quite a handful to manage. Okay. Sushi Nights. Hi Sean, regarding the Tropicana Edelweiss project, can you share me your friend? Okay, can. My friend's contact I will share to you now. Sushi, send an email to me. I will forward you or you can just DM me on Instagram, iherng. Right, just DM me, Sushi. Say, call yourself Sushi because maybe your Instagram name different. I will send you my friend's contact number. Okay, OPEX cool. Sean, will my property price drop if PPAM project is built beside my service apartment? PPAM, not really because not everyone can buy PPAM project. PPAM is the government one, right? So I think it's only limited to government servants, right? Government workers. So it's not exactly a free market project. So I don't think so. But if there's commercial units in your property, then maybe you will benefit instead because there are more populations coming in. Miss Yehan. Hi, do you make a review at Lake City? Not yet. I quite scared because a lot of agent there. a lot invites I get really, but I'm still. It's very when something is very popular, right, and it's very convenient to go, I don't cover. Instead, I will cover properties that are less convenient to go, so I can save everyone's time. Niharika Bhatia. Hi Sean, please suggest an apartment for couple under 6,000 ringgit rent. We need good location and best view with amazing house. And love your property videos. Please keep them coming. We miss when it's not uploaded. I'm trying my very best really. So my schedule is 1 week, one property 1 week, one property review. Yeah, so today I just make it to my own deadline, Sunday. So every week I'll upload one. I would suggest to look into property portals such as iProperty, Property Guru, or Prop Social. You go to these 3 platforms, you just type 6,000 in monthly rental, then you see what's available. Number 2, another suggestion would be to check where is your workplace and what kind of areas will be closer to that because traffic jam in Malaysia can be very severe one. Okay, Niharika. Jameson, hi Sean, for a person under AKPK after settle all outstanding and got release letter from bank, does it take long to enable? Yes, 6 months. Personally, AKPK fleur so yeah, I had some issues and AKPK helps credit cards, don't help housing loan. So I was one of the idiots, I would say, to go and ask for help for housing loan. Yeah, so nothing to be shameful of. That's why I am very motivated to do this channel because No one actually talks about it. Right? A lot of people talk AKPK, you go in, right? Or you mampus really, whatever. Actually, 3 to 6 months, it will settle everything because CTOS and CCRIS only updates around 6 months time. And after each day renewal also we know. Okay, James. Yestin Ng. Hi, Sean. What do you think about 9 Bukit Utama? Ooh, the per square feet seems to be attractive, but the density 911 units is a concern. Would you consider to do a review one day? Yes, of course. So my answer to every property review is definitely yes one. That's why I run this channel ma. I because like just to share a little bit since we are here, Yestin. Everyone initial days, right? In the video, is I don't visit fully furnished property as much. I visit all the bare units lah, where it's hot lah and it sometimes rain lah, get wet lah, then I'll get sweaty, right? Then a lot of audience actually diss me one, which like Sean, can you like wear suit and tie to present your property or not? Like how you presenting, right? I think it's a disgrace to the property. I'm like, wow, you want me to go there, makeup, blow fan, put gel and all, suit and tie just to. It doesn't make sense so. Pretty tough for me when I started. Thank you very much again for all those who are watching. You guys made it for me. But yes, I will be considering to do every property. My goal is 1,000 properties. My goal now today is episode 111. My goal is to actually cover 1,000 properties. That it will be very exciting. Like imagine the legacy that I'll leave, right? Whew. So but I think the 9 Bukit Utama, right? Yes, 911 is a concern, but if you look into the surrounding, it's pretty standard. So maybe you can go through the 4 basic steps first, like what's your intention and how many properties have you visited. All those will play a role in your decision making lah. Vicky Chong, what's your thought about TR residence, Wang Sir? The TR residence, right? The first phase, I think is good. Like I wanted to buy, but that time my secret record was like shit. Oh, sorry, I got no kids right here, right? So I think my records back then was terrible. That's why I cannot buy. Now TR2 is coming. So what's exciting is there's some MRT and LRT there. And I think I think Targo Properties is also launching something close by. TT Wang Sir has always been that very attractive point. That's why the only thing holding it back will be the Pekeliling. The Pekeliling apartments, don't know when only there will be plans to it. TR residence, very good. Actually, I like it. Teo Boon Tao, hi Sean, regarding question versus Pixel City, this is my first property. I think I would suggest investment, right? You say the Vervain is the Rumah Whip, so I won't touch. Sorry, had Vietnamese food just now. The Vervain, if it's a Rumah Whip, I won't touch lah. A principal thing, I don't touch Rumah Whip, affordable houses and things like that. I'll give people a chance. And also to welfare lah. So what's the point we keep buying people's property? So I will then go for Pixel, and Pixel is next to an LRT. In front, Salad South, you have all the shop lots, right? I think it's awesome. Just that it's a bit zap lah, but zap is good for rental ma. Okay, Teo Boon Tao. Wawa. Wow, what a name, Wawa. What do you think of Taman Sri Taming Cheras? You familiar with this place? Yes. What's your question? Niharika Bhatia, hi Sean, please suggest an apartment. Yes, I answered already. Matcha Cap. Sean, what do you think about Eco Majestic Bungalows for 2.6 million, 6,000 square feet? Bungalow, this kind of thing, right? Bungalow, if you can afford it only. Okay, the thing is bungalow, right? Mainly for own stay, of course, for investment, it doesn't make sense. So it's very important that you like it, right? So be a little bit more patient because 2.6 million, right? The amount of choices that you have, right, is just in abundance. Like why Eco Majestic? Is there any other places that you can check it out? And bungalows, right? Once you just go in and view bungalows, the salespeople also treat you very differently, everyone. So do check out the exact unit. Meaning, right, if it's a completed one, that's the best. If you can afford more certainty. If it's like still under plan drawings one, right, then it's a bit tough lah. That's why like 2.6 million, I think you walk around, every salesman see you also, hello ma, thank you for coming. Treat you like God like that. So it's important that you know your choices. Okay, so 2.6 million, I think easily you can buy a lot of other choice. You got a lot of other choices around. Jason Ong, hi Sean. Okay, wait, matcha cat. Have you ever thought of about renting instead? No, just to mess up your. It's because this is a second opinion channel, ma. You put 2.6 million, right, in the bungalow, right? Let's say if you try to raise a family lah, because I have a lot of rich uncles that shared me this story. They regret in buying bungalows because they don't see, like they thought that their eldest son will stay with them, their eldest daughter will bring back the husband and stay with them, but end up all by their own. They have husband and wife, 2 person, stay in the land size is 14,000 square feet, 6 rooms, nobody stay one. So the house becomes a burden to them. They cannot travel because they worry the plants will die. Yeah. So if you come to think of it, right, 2.6 million, let's say if you were to rent 7,000 a month, cheap what? If you really to rent lah, so and the owner will be dying to not let you go because nobody will rent a bungalow at 7,000 a month ma. So 7,000 a month, let's say per year is 84,000, 5 years is around 400,000, right? But 2.6 million, right? Per month installment is how much? Maybe you pay cash, I don't know lah. Then I'm sorry lor. But if you come to think of it, right, the usage of landed properties, right, is actually very short. You don't really need a landed house. Like let's say your kids, right, maybe from 12 to 21. That's the best time where they utilize the bungalow, where the land, they can bring home their girlfriend to impress them. Then I think it's fine. But after that, right, all have their own nest, all want to fly and have their own individual freedom. The house is empty, then you suddenly become the servant to the house. Then that's very sad. Something to think about lah. Something to think about. Jason Ong, hi Sean, what's your thought on the rental market at KL East? Should I fully furnish the unit? You're asking the marketing manager of the makeover guys. Okay, Jason, I think, okay, maybe you can use hashtag Shondan Makeover, right? Hashtag Shondan Makeover. You go and speak to Lisa at our official Facebook page, the Makeover Guys. You go and click the Makeover Guys Facebook page. You send them a WhatsApp, right, to Lisa. You hashtag Shondan Makeover, then they know it's from the channel. Then when you speak to a strategy consultant, they will provide you with the rental analysis. Okay, so in the rental analysis, they will tell you if fully furnished, what will be the rental returns. If it's semi-furnished, what will be the rental? If it's bare furnished, what will be the rental? This process is free one. Yeah, right. So you just go there and get a cost estimate and speak to a rental consultant, get them to provide you with this, then only you see whether you want to do or not. Okay, because it's important to have your rental higher than your installment. Then there will be a chance of breaking even maybe 2 to 3 years time, right? Instead of every month you just need to cough out money, maybe 500 to 700, but then 3 to 4 years later, right, very difficult for you to even break even. There's no chance in breaking even at all because every month you just pay. Okay, Jason. Jim, hi Sean. I know you visited Alex, yes, but do you think it's a good for own stay? Own stay, I think it's okay lah. Own stay, I think it's okay. Instead of concerto unit size bigger. I think it's okay lah, Alex, because my friend there but personally, I think it's okay lah. Jim, or should I wait for Kerjaya to launch their project next to Alex? Kerjaya launching already meh? I'm not sure leh. I don't know leh. Let me check. But it's for own stay, right? To me, up to you lah. You do the weekday, weekend test, then I think you know which one is better already. Jim, right? So in terms of location, I think it's same, like next to each other, right? Helios, hey Sean, how do I choose between studio, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom for investment? Any guides or data to back your suggestions? Okay, in the research group that I'm in, what they do is they will alienate. What they do is they will separate out 2 bedroom supply and demand, 3 bedroom supply and demand in that particular location. So it's pretty tedious. That's why I joined them lah. Yeah, so they will actually do that. But to me, I will actually check on a more layman one, not to be so intensive, right? Is to check the profile, the tenant profiles, because tenant profiles for studio and tenant profiles for 3 bedrooms are very different, right? And based on experience in prime locations such as KLCC, Mont Kiara, Sabah City, the studio units will have higher yield but it must be designer furnished. That's why we are the makeover guys. Actually, our strength is in studio units because if you come to think of it, right, who will rent the studio unit? It's a bachelor or a couple who have very high disposable income. They want style, they want convenience. I don't want area allotment. I just want very nice. I can tell people, why I can Instagram story, right? This is my house. So that's the profile. But some, if you are going for value for money one, right, they will the same amount of rent, I can actually get a 3 bedroom. So why I want a studio, right? So that's the difference when I were to evaluate, do I go for studio or 2 bedroom or 3 bedroom lah? Juju Best, any tips on how you find the fair value of any residential properties? What do you mean fair value? I don't understand what's fair value, but what I know is before I invest, I will look into the transacted price from Bricks, BRICKZ. Then after that, I will go into iProperty to check out the current price and to check the rental demand, the rental rates around the area. So I believe rental is the most genuine indication of space demand for space. Okay, rental is the most genuine indicator for the demand for space in that particular area. Captain Croissant. Hi Sean, sending regards from Singapore. Love watching your videos. Thank you, Captain Croissant. How nice if I can. I love croissant. Oh my god. Banana Ban. Hi Sean, how do you see damn big project at Perdana Damansara by Axim? They seem to build up a big view there. Yeah. So it's a huge demand, and maybe I just stop by and understand more about it lah. Okay. I will go and stop by Banana Ban. Let me go stop by and check it out. Chin Fei Hugh. Currently, I have a 3 bedroom unit in Icon City. May I have your thoughts, and should I rent it out or sell it since it's vacant now? However, the market rental is half of my installment. Yeah, Icon City. I'm sorry you bought that property because the developer tried everything really, but the location is just. It depends whether are you okay to sell it at a loss. Do you want to cut your losses? So if you can cut your losses, then so you can pick it up on your next property. If not, right, you rent it out. Let's say you even rent it out, right? Every month you are bleeding half your installment, and that's not good for your next property purchase also. Yeah, so it's a mistake already, I think. If you come to think about it, right? I think during their launch, they hype it up too much. Hence, I think it's a damage to their brand as well. It was one of the iconic locations. The PJ Penang Bridge right next to it. Wow, but cannot tak jadi. Okay. Personally, if I can afford, right, I will sell the property at a loss because I want to just get rid of it, right? And I can focus on my next property really. Niche Gunner, you gain weight? No lah, I lost weight, bro. I lost weight. So like now, every day, I'm not every day lah. So like last week, 4 days, I go to gym at 6. I wake up at 6 now. I don't wake up at 5 anymore. I wake up at 6. I'll be in the gym at 7, doing CrossFit. So maybe I just maybe it's the light lah. My face look puffy. There's something about this puffiness lah. Banana Bun, they took over the field project from X. Yeah. Dino Ng, thanks for the response, man. Really appreciate. Marcus Chang, hi Sean. There's a place I'm looking in Mont Kiara, but the developer has done little marketing, no showroom, not many pictures. Marcus, I think this is the. Oh, I think I answered your question already. The oak, right? I think I recorded the episode already. I haven't uploaded any. Marcus, yeah, I think you should go ahead though. I think you should go ahead. Let me upload the video tomorrow. Okay, Marcus, let me upload the video tomorrow. Keep me BWC. Wow, is multiple submission legal? What can go wrong with multiple submission? It is not exactly legal, but it's a gray zone. What can go wrong is when the property that you buy is actually wrong. Suddenly you need to service 3 installments. So that's the worst. So it's like playing with margin. You know, like the stock market, right? I 100,000 only, but the system allows you to play 5 times the capital that you have. So you predict that this stock will actually go up, right? So what you do is you take 100,000, you silang, you put everything in, you times 5, so you buy a 500,000 stock in this counter. Instead of it going up, now it goes down 10%. So now you go down 10%, meaning you are losing more than whatever you can have, whatever that you have in your hands. So that's the margin game. So you burn entirely. But this property, when you burn for 35 years. So that's the scary part. That's why I think the more drama one is there was a person who actually hanged himself because he multiple submission for 6 properties, or I think husband and wife did a lot together. So the property turned out to be bad. The money installment, they cannot make it. No money to even pay. Like your money installment, right? Let's say 1 unit is 3,000, they got 8 units. Let's say 24,000. Every month start 24,000 already before even renting out. So now, just by installing fan, aircon, and lights and curtains and kitchen cabinet in all of the units, right, already 1 million. How to even start, right? So they don't know how to manage their finances, hence the very sad story. So that's the worst part about multiple submission. If you don't know what you're doing, don't do. Don't. Okay. Buy one by one. Okay. What's wrong with buying one by one? Jason Chui, Sunway Alam Surya, also Batu Arang, but Shah Alam area, which has dash connectivity. Any thoughts on the landed there? Yeah. I considered Alam Surya before, actually. My previous manager stays there. I think okay though, very close to UITM and all, but just that it's not as convenient. No. Did you know Sunway Alam Surya, those days, how long ago? 7 years ago, already selling Dash Highway, This year, Dash Highway baru siap. Last time already people selling Dash Highway, don't know how long already. Yeah. So like for Elmina people, right, you don't know how fortunate you are. People last time when they buy, like let's say, oh, there's going to be a new highway. I buy now, stay there already, right? 10 years later, only the highway completed. Okay, so Wong Ki Sim, used to be 10% premium when a completed versus under con. Is this still there for landed properties? Nope. Now maybe drop 10% because the last time, right? Last time there's no 10% discount one. Last time there's no all this package. Or you want to buy, you buy, no money, you go away. There's the next person who wants to buy one. So last time we pay under table to buy property one. Now I give you 10% discount MOD free package this fully furnished lawyer fee, SPA no need all I pay, right? That's why it's all absorbed into the value of the property today. So now what's more important is the ownership, not the actual value of the property. So like you are all buying at all new properties, right? You are buying 10% above market price one because of the SPA, because of all the legal fees and things like that, all the ding ding dong dong, right? All easily 10% one. So when 3 years later, when you get the keys, right? If it's the price of the SPA, right, you guys already make 10%, right? So that's why now if there's a drop of 10%, right, I'm not surprised because actually your property don't worth the SPA price one. So that's why SPA price, all people don't take that as the real genuine. And the common mistake from that as well, like just because your property is 700,000 doesn't mean your rental return, your rental at that area is 3,500 one. They use 5%, ma. Just because your property is 1 million, your rental is 5,000, meh? Not exactly, ma. So that is the common mistake that a lot of people assume. How do you think? What do you think the amount of rental should be in your project, right? When during BP, people will think like, oh, 5% of my property, so 1 million, 5,000, who is going to pay 5,000, right? It's not determined by you, but by the market. Hence, a lot of people don't look into market rates, or hence the guideline theory. Like, if you guys have ever heard the guideline theory, do be very sure and certain of what you are buying. Are you buying this property above or market price or below market price? They tell you below market value, a lot of agents, they market to you, oh, 40,000, 30% below market value is below SPA price, not market value. SPA price is different, has no association with market value. Okay? Why suddenly so excited? Okay, that's 87. That's 87. Hi Sean, what do you think about Cloud 3? I'm looking at both investment and own stay, meaning I'm planning to sell the property. I think own stay 10 years, I think it's awesome though. In terms of architecture facilities, right? It's one of the best. I can easily say at that range, right? It's 5 to 700,000 property. It's so nice, the facilities. Oh my god. So nice. Really, I really enjoy the facilities. Like the badminton court lah, the swimming pool lah, some more the gym lah. Just that the journey lah, like the drive there, right? The amount of bumps, my car also want to hanjo already. That's because my car small lah. My car very small only. Yeah, so I think if it's for staying, then I think it's awesome. The rental has not picked up really because there's a lot of empty land surrounding. So there's no commercial and there's no job opportunities around as much as Balagong area. That's why the rental may not be ideal right now. So 10 years down the road, I don't know. But for that 10 years of staying there, I think it will be, wow, if I got family. And it's one of the only projects, right? There's no fire door between your lift lobby to your unit. Right? Once you open up your lift, you come out from your lift, right? It's compartmentalized. The compartmentalization is done very, very nicely. So architecture-wise, it's amazing. One of my favorite projects, actually. Own stay, not investment. Kelly Kwang, hi Sean, want to ask your opinion about Pixel. I think Pixel is awesome. I think we mentioned already, next to an LRT station. Salak South, old area, got a lot of shop lots right in front, convenient. So only setback is a bit zap. Zap means a bit how to say zap in a bit Rio Rendah, a bit all around the place lah. So a lot of construction ongoing right now as well. So the current impression on it not as nice, but look at the rental returns. So just because the LRT there lah. So imagine people who work in TRX, Bandar Malaysia, they take 2 stations, 3 stations, or 5 stations away. Then they will stay in Pixel. Then nighttime they want to go and eat. They just walk around. Very livable lah. Luna Lai, hi Sean, what do you think about Foresta? Would you like to do a review? Last time one of my marketing managers stayed there, so he's currently the GM in a developer firm. Wow, very long didn't see him already. Okay, so yes, I would like to do a review, of course. Because a lot of people ask me about Seresta, that's why Foresta is like the immediate one. But Seresta has that connection to existing mountain, so the water will flow through. Can't wait to see it, actually, really. Chi Hong, hi Sean, what's your thought about Desa Green? Feels like it's an island itself among roads and highways. Currently looking at property for own stay. Okay. If it's for own stay, do check out the weekday weekend theory that I've just uploaded like 3 days ago. Right, the weekday weekend test, run through the affordability test and the weekday weekend test, then you pretty much have your answer lah. Okay. J Benz, hi Sean, yo. Nicholas Steele, do you think at the current situation, new developments will do better than sub-sales? Yes. Sub-sale very charm actually now, sub-sale. Because like who walks around with, because a lot of people now, they want to use as little cash as possible, right? Not everyone walks around with a lot of cash right now, but they walk around with a lot of credibility. The patterns of buying property, last time they all use cash. You don't have 10% down payment, right? Oh, you don't need to even start playing. But now, right, no money also can buy property as long as I can prove to the bank I got income. So the game has changed a little bit, unfortunately. Alvin Neo, hi Sean, how about Reflection Residence at Mutiara? Good to invest or rent? It's at the boundary between the freehold and leasehold, like Neo Damansara Perdana, right? Neo next door is at leasehold, so the price is not as nice. I visited the property. I think it's lower than Kota Damansara. Okay, Mutiara Damansara, right? The curve area, it's weird for Reflection because it's developed at the commercial side of the development, where you have KLK office there, where you have IKEA there, you have the curve there. So it's there's a lot of MNC, Nestle MNCs that stay in Mutiara. Very weird. I don't know why they stay there. So investment, I came across 1 or 2 auction units. That's about it, but it's by Glomax, so I think it's okay lah, but it's pretty standalone, no. So investment wise, you can check out the existing rental for your particular size that you're looking at. I think it's not bad. It's around 3%. So what's weird again is the entrance from the bridge, right? You can the new bridge from the, what is it called? The MPE. No, it's not MPE. It's called the Sprint. Yes, the Sprint highway. I can show it go into Mutiara itself. So I think when the completion of the works is finally done, then I think there might be chance for higher rental. But now, right, the current road situation. Yep. Alvin Sao, you mentioned OPR is low, hence more people want to buy property. I feel more often max borrow home loan for 30 to 40 years. No one can predict OPR will remain low, correct? Yes. But if you look into how OPR works, right? Singapore is dropping, Japan is dropping, Hong Kong is dropping, China is dropping. So unless all of them will want to increase their interest rate, I don't think ours will increase lah. So I think I'm holding this around 8 years, 5 to 8 years period where we enjoy this window. So after this round, right, in accordance to Faisal Rizwan again, because we are like cousins, the makeover guys and Faisal Rizwan company is like sisters like that one. So we share that. So I leverage on their data, and what he said is this very interesting. He said that after this round of property excitement, anyone who with more like 3 to 4 properties, right, are very rare already, because after this, the cooling measures, the higher the boom, right, the harder the cooling measures will be. Now, if you notice right now, everybody talk about, ayo, property can buy, right? Only like 6 months ago, people still talk about bubble. Affordability is always a conversation around all the media. I think again, just like I mentioned, media have something against property one. Property market good, right? Then they say, oh, bubble is coming. Then, right, property no good, right? There you see, I told you bubble, the property no good, cannot buy. Then car sales, right, just increased like 400% this month. So you come to think of it, right? Yeah, so but you come to think again, every boom there will be cooling measures. So like now, All this while, the supply has been stopping really. A lot of developers don't launch anything. And it's not like immediately you want to launch, right? You can launch, right? It's not as easy. It takes around a year to fully activate just by today. If you have everything, all the paperwork's done up already in the office on the table, tomorrow you submit, right? You still need to wait for 8 months before you can actually launch. So it's a very slow process to get a property launched. Hence, like now, if everybody is like tapping on the property market, right? A lot of people got no property to buy one suddenly. So there will be a shortage for a while. Then it's around a 2 to 3 years window. So 5 years, yes, they will revise back. But I think in accordance to their data, not mine, we are calculating at 3.5%. So we were stuck at 3.5% interest rate for a very long time until maybe when cooling measures, suddenly banks were to increase interest rate. But I don't think the government will increase interest rate because it will kill the entire economy straight away. We haven't even recovered. I don't think they will talk about interest rate revision that soon. Okay, that's my belief. I may be wrong, but what if I'm right? Right, that's why we are in the makeover guys right now every week where we meet up right for meeting. Sean, which one you eyeing already? We are now like sharing whatever insights that we are getting. Like, hey, this one I think not bad, this one I think not bad, this one I think not bad. Everyone, we are like buying very bullishly in the office. Okay, so I think it's almost time's up, right? Our pick 5 question, okay? 5 questions. But before that, before that, guys, thank you very much for spending your night with me. I know it's not easy. Sunday tomorrow, traffic is going to be back to normal because I think kids are going back to school already. A favor, a very selfish plug-in will be to subscribe the channel if you haven't, right? And do also follow me on other social media platforms such as Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok. I'm doing TikTok as well, so for parents who want to teach their children about real estate, right? I'm also doing that. So I'm doing like property words of the day to slowly ease people into the property journey. Then if you are not convenient to watch video, do listen to me on Spotify as well. Yeah, so a lot of people only know me via YouTube. I think it's good enough really. I'm very grateful for it. Just that if you can just subscribe to the rest, I think it, because all of them are different. All of them I will put different things. So Instagram is a more day-to-day kind of thing. So you know what I'm doing and why I'm stuck. I cannot upload the video on time. What? Yeah. So thank you very much all. Okay. So 5 last question. Okay, number 1. Ching Yang said, "Hi Sean, thanks for the great content. Is there interest only mortgage available in Malaysia as in England? Most of the investment property are on interest only." Yes. When I came into the market 12 years ago, there was interest only loan. For those who don't know what is it, right? Because if you take a 30 years loan today, right? Let's say I pay 2,000 a month. 30% is actually the interest. 70% is actually the you are paying to the whatever amount that you're paying lah, right? So what is it called? Yeah, interest and what is it called? Oh my god, I forgot the name. Yeah, so meaning in 2000, 30% of that 2,000 is actually interest, which is 600. So every 2,000 you pay to the bank every year for every month for 30 years, right? 600 goes to interest. So in some banks last time they provide interest only loan, meaning I don't want to pay the principal. Yes, come on, I don't want to pay the principal amount. I only pay the interest, which is very small only. So every month, right, I will still make money from the rental. So I don't care whether the principal amount will got reduced or not. I don't care. I just want to settle my interest. Then every month I got positive cash flow. That's one of the methods that we used last time. Wow, that shows how long I'm in the game already. Yeah, last time interest only loan was a thing. Number 2. Great sharing though from England. Thank you very much. Number two. Hi Sean, this is from Shazlan Razul. Hi Sean, regarding Alex, was told there was an upcoming MRT project along Mont Kiara Hatamas area. Do you know any news on this? Love the Casey Neistat vibes from your videos, by the way. Yes, Casey Neistat is my hero. He's the main inspiration for me for video creation. Yeah. Anyway, what was the question? Okay, that is I think LRT3. I think you're talking about LRT3. I think LRT3 will be around Publica area if you think about it because the MITEC is there. If MITEC is there, definitely the LRT will be close to MITEC. So that's what I think. I don't know. I never seen the track before. So yeah, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen there. So Alex, there you still need to drive out into the icon, come out from icon in the secondary school there. Okay, question 3. Sean Lau. Hi Sean, is AIA mortgage the only way to reset my number of house in CTOS because the AIA interest is a bit high? Yes. Unfortunately, that's the price you need to pay. But now you don't need to reset your numbers already. You get the third property more than you can get 90% loan for your third property already. So for previous people, right, like my bosses and all, they got like a lot of properties. So they all refinance, right? Suddenly they buy now they are buying their first property in CTOS. Imagine how the rich make their money. Right, so that's the main difference and motivation for the channel as well. Like people with 10 properties already, right, suddenly now they can still buy Prima one, they can still buy. It's not like they're buying, they are qualified to buy. So in their CTOS, right, it's one property only, right? So that's why I'm trying to do this as fast as possible so everybody can catch up. If not, right, later when the property market boom again for these 3 to 5 years, then the cooling measures slam again. So it's next in the future, I predict it's going to be rich and poor only. There will be people with 7, 8, 10, 15 properties, and there will be 15 to 20 people who don't have property or rent only. Then these people will continue to make them rich. No? That's what I don't want. Question 4. Claratine. Hi Sean, I realize many property agents in iProperty, Muda, Property Guru love to lie about their listing. Yes. And I think we have raised this to them many times. Like in the makeover guys, right, our photos are often stolen as well. Like because our unit photos are so nice, right? And we are proud of it. Actually, I know it's nice also. But they all just copy, print screen, and put into their property page, right, and just list. But now at least it's regulated. So now all agents must be registered. Only they can operate as a business. And unfortunately, that's true. That's why now you look into the MIEA, right? The estate agent board. They don't talk about this. They talk about like why the government is not supporting them. Right? Instead of like regulate your own self first. But unfortunately, every industry will also have their monkeys, I would say, right? So there will be good agents, there will be excellent agents, there will be bad agents. There will be excellent doctors. There are also some doctors who are no moral at all. So don't be discouraged by it. Just be very mindful when you search your property listings. Last one, I saw my old place. Hua En Chan Hua En. Are you the Hua En that I think you are? Are you my intern? Hua En. Okay, how about Sunway Iskandar? Goodbye now. If I have the chance to invest somewhere else, I would. Right? Okay. Context. If you were to really only pick Madini, then Sunway Iskandar is the best. Okay, out of so many zones, there's like zone A, B, C, D, E, F. So zone F is the largest and it's run by and it's called Sunway Iskandar. They built their highway, they brought in the theme park. They brought in the grocer. They are building Citrine and all. The school, international school, is there. You can see a lot of effort of what they are trying to do. So if you were to only buy Medini, then you can buy Samui Iskandar out of the rest, like zone A, B, C, or don't need to think, really just buy zone F1. But if your scope can be a little bit bigger, like because in the bigger picture, right, Medini properties are overpriced by a lot, not a little bit, like over, like a lot. The average price around properties in JB, right, transacted is at 400,000 to 500,000. But you look into condos around the area, it's at 700, 800,000. Landed is 1 million. And it's on lease. It's not leasehold, it's not freehold, it's lease. Your buildings belongs to a company in the end of the lease. So you cannot refinance. That's the problem. Also, nobody wants to tell you. I don't know whether I will receive a call from my ex-boss tomorrow or not. Yeah, so those are the things that you need to be mindful of. If there's a choice given to me, I will buy somewhere else. With the same amount of money, I can get a better deal. Like Bukit Indah side right, Perling side Skudai side yeah, a lot more choices in comparison to Sunway Iskandar Okay, so I think that's all. Thank you very much all. What's my favorite food from Ipoh? Avinash. Funny Mountain Tau Fu Fa. there's this drive-through stall. Because personally I'm a huge fan of Tong Soi. Tong Soi is desserts so like Tau Fu Fa, red bean whatever, right? I cannot tahan one. Like the peanut paste those are my favorite, like my kryptonite like that. The muaji I can swallow like nobody's business. Yeah, so I try to stay away from that. Especially Tau Fu Fa, I can eat 4 bowls per time. Every time I go there, I will buy 4 bowls with the soya bean and all. Yeah lah, I know lah, but because my mom grows up in Ipoh, so it's like 50 years ago. 50 years ago, last time Funny Mountain was a bicycle thing only. Yeah lah, but now all KL people can drive. So okay, come to think about this, right? It's amazing how infrastructure, right? After NKVE is completed and highway can straight away go to Tiger Lane, right? Boop, straight away go to Old Town. Boom, Ipoh Town straight away. And one-day trips becomes very possible, and that greatly changed the property price in Ipoh. Like Ipoh shop lots, right? The rental there not cheap one. Why? It's not like genuine Ipoh demand, so it's all KL demand, but it makes sense. So it's a great study for me, right? Like how infrastructure changes the demographic and economy landscape for a town. So now I think after the new WCE, right, the West Coast Expressway, where you from Banting you can straight away hit to Taiping. I think Taiping is going to be exploding next because a one-day trip becomes possible. Okay, I talked too much already. Okay, thank you very much for all, right? Thank you very much for supporting this channel. I really do appreciate it. Have a great night. See, yeah, so I think that's all. See you guys on the next one. Subscribe to my channel, right? Any other channels also, or hambalang lah. Okay, bye-bye.